So continuing talking about the different colors here, you can see here in some of these channels that there's a red line and a black line side by side. This means that both the unconscious and conscious elements are manifested through that planet. For example, my Saturn is activating through the 33rd gate, both consciously and unconsciously. Personally, I feel like that can be a really powerful way to, show up in the world, because to be able to be consciously aware of how you are and not just perceive that that's how you are, but it's how you really are. It's how your body's design is. So to be aware of both of those things consciously and be aware that that's how it is unconsciously too, I think can be really helpful. But of course, one of the, you could say, drawbacks of that is that it means that that activity can't be manifesting in a different gate. So it does minimize the total number of gates that a person has activated when you do have both the unconscious and conscious activation in one single gate. Just like astrology, there's really no one aspect or way of being that's better than any other. Every single, manifestation of energy is good or bad. It is what it is. It just is. So moving on to definition, when a gate is defined, it means that there is color coming out of that gate. So for example, 44 is defined because we have the red and the black there. 29 is also defined. It has the red coming out there. Now for channels, a channel is considered defined when the gates on either side of it are defined, which makes the entire channel filled in with color. So on my chart here, I have two defined channels. So that's going to be the channel 1648 here on the upper left, and the channel 3041 on the lower right. Even though I do have a lot of other gates that are defined, the channels next to those gates are not defined. That's because only half of the channel is filled in. The opposing opposite gate is not defined, so that channel is not defined. When only one gate of a channel is defined, we call that gate a hanging gate. When I talk about compatibility with other charts, hanging gates comes into play a lot.